All sides appear to be pleased with the surprise historic meetings that took place last weekend at the inter-Korean border. Arguably, no one more so than South Korean President Moon Jae-in, who was there as President Trump and Kim Jong-un crossed into North Korea together and then sat down to talk for an hour. Our presidential correspondent Shin Se-min reports.
President Moon Jae-in called the recent North Korea-U.S. meeting at the Korean border as an end to hostile relations between the former adversaries. Speaking during a cabinet meeting Tuesday, President Moon Jae-in said the impromptu meeting at the DMZ signifies the start of a full-fledged era of peace and was only made possible due to a fresh diplomatic approach.
북미 간에도 문서상의 서명은 아니지만 사실상의 행동으로 적대관계의 종식과 새로운 평화시대의 본격적인 시작을 선언했다고 말할 수 있을 것입니다.
The president said that for the first time since the armistice was signed 66 years ago, the U.S. leader stepped onto the North Korean soil without an extra security detail. He added that if the two parties kept that moment in mind in future negotiations, it could lead to tangible results. Moon said progress was made possible thanks to the personal rapport between the leaders as well as the reduced border tensions, including the disarming of the joint security area in Panmunjom following a military accord between the two Koreas. Moon also said that in his conversation with his U.S. counterparts, he emphasized the positive effects of the economy and security through the joint inter-Korean Kaesong industrial complex, to which Trump expressed support and urgency to establish peace. President Moon, who had lobbied hard for the nuclear diplomacy between the North and the U.S., also gave credit to their respective parties.
세계를 감동시킨 북미 정상 간의 판문점 회동은 트럼프 대통령의 SNS를 통한 파격적인 제안과 김정은 위원장의 과감한 호응으로 이루어졌습니다. 그 파격적인 제안과 과감한 호응은 상식을 뛰어넘는 놀라운 상상력의 산물입니다.
Moving forward, in order to achieve complete denuclearization on the Korean peninsula and lasting peace, the president said it was important to use our greater imaginations and think outside the box. Shin Se-min, Arirang News.